Okay, I guess I better go ahead and talk about this whole situation with PewDiePie. Now, what happened was there's been articles of about PewDiePie and, of course, the conflict with him and a Vox writer named Anuja Moran. I don't know her name. Forget her name. As much as I hate to say this, there's been a lot of conflict on the internet between PewDiePie and a lot of journalists, because a lot of journalists really hate PewDiePie for a lot of reasons, because he's the most influential YouTuber on YouTube, and they're just a bunch of journalists that are probably about to lose their jobs because of this. It got to the point that a school teacher who read credible sources like, for example, Wall Street Journal, which turned him into this monster that telling kids about PewDiePie or retweeting PewDiePie could get you arrested. Look, PewDiePie doesn't really, promote anti-Semitism. He just makes fun of it. And the problem is that people are getting upset over a small thing on the internet and going all out telling kids about this to the point that this is pretty bad.
And by every time you retweet one of these things, or every time you promote this idea, you are promoting ignorance, racism, genocide, anti-Semitism. These are all things that you are putting forward when you are doing anything that promotes PewDiePie. So be careful about this. If something were to happen, if PewDiePie were to be sued for this, you could be complicit. If you retweet it, they can make you pay a fine as well, because you have officially published anti-Semitic things. So if you are republishing this stuff, you could get in trouble for it. Be very aware that that is a real thing. And by every time you...
Yeah, and the problem is right here is that a school teacher telling kids that if you retweet this would get you into trouble type of situation, when really it never does. And you can't get fined unless you live in Canada. That's pretty much what's going on here, is that, and the problem with PewDiePie is that PewDiePie isn't really anti-Semitic or any of these things. And the problem that people believe in this conspiracy that PewDiePie is plotting to kill the Jews, I don't think it's going to happen, because there's a lot of conflict that's going on about PewDiePie on the internet. Because considering that Vox has written several hit pieces about PewDiePie and have been targeting him lately, accusing him of conspiracies that literally have nothing to do with him whatsoever. And the truth is, a lot of people don't really realize who PewDiePie is. He's just a guy who's on the internet, who plays video games and makes weird, funny voices. That's just him. And the problem that most people need to understand is that he's just some YouTuber who enjoys playing video games and makes fun of things. That's just who he is. And he also does charity work as well. If you don't recall, he did a charity for himself a while back, raising millions of dollars, helping African children get clean water. Like, here it is. Now, some people forget back in 2013 that he did make $10 million to get this charity happening. Now, a lot of you forget this.
Hi, my name is Felix, probably better known as PewDiePie. I'm making this video just to say thank you. In this instance, thank you is nowhere near enough. Basically, thanks to my fans and some other parties, we raised $450,000 towards charity water.
What's up, PewDiePie? It's Kate from Charity Water. I just wanted to thank you so much for fundraising for clean water this year. As of today, at least 6,500 people in Rwanda are getting access to clean and safe drinking water for the very first time.
Thank you, PewDiePie.
It actually makes you the second largest fundraiser of all time.
You crush Justin Bieber!
The original goal was $250,000 and we just killed it with $450,000. It's incredible. This has been an amazing experience.
Now, some of you guys forget that PewDiePie had done this in the past, and the fact that you guys think he's like some supervillain from the 50s plotting to kill the Jews. If you think that, and you believe these conspiracies that are written by some journalist who obviously is a conspiracy nut and probably needs to take medication, no, seriously, needs to take medication for their problems, they obviously have issues with PewDiePie. Deeply because of the fact that he's the most influential YouTuber who has about several subscribers, almost 77 million subscribers right now. Now, the thing about PewDiePie, he just makes fun of things. And the problem is that a lot of the content that he makes, he just makes fun of it. I understand that some of you guys don't like PewDiePie for a lot of reasons, and it tells you one thing. He's not a bad person, and he does his best to promote charities that he can do. I know that some of you guys don't like what he is and don't like what he represents, but he did a lot of good work many years ago. Trying to do what he does best is just make video content and also raise money for charity. And if you think he's a bad person and you want to shit on him a lot, the one way that most people do it is make PewDiePie memes. Like, seriously, PewDiePie memes make us laugh all the time about him, because it just like everyone who talks about PewDiePie would remember PewDiePie reacting to spicy PewDiePie memes. Now, a lot of people have been making PewDiePie memes about him. Like, no joke. They make a lot of memes about PewDiePie. And he does his own little videos as well, making fun of himself or making fun of things that happen on YouTube. And the fact that you guys get upset with him making videos, even though it's not the greatest content you would consider, he grabs a lot of the audience and makes a lot of things happen. I don't think that the problem with PewDiePie is that he's a supervillain as you believe. He's just some guy on the internet that does memes. He just makes fun of things. He just laughs and jokes around. And the problem is, kids find it funny. Kids, even though, yeah, he makes a lot of mistakes, he says some stupid stuff, but don't blame him. Anyways, guys, leave your thoughts down below and tell me what you think, because I don't have a problem with PewDiePie, to be honest with you. He's a good guy, and a lot of people need to understand he's just some YouTuber on the internet who just makes videos. That's it. Anyways, catch you later. Bye-bye.